So the first thing that we need to do to set up for the install is take out some of the factory components to make way for the kit. So that's going to be these foam bulkheads here on both sides. We do need to take out this grab handle inside the door. There's a factory conduit for the wiring that runs along the top of the wall. We need to get this out of there. There's some factory cargo lights. We need to get these out. Coming down this side of the van, we're going to move back. So we're going to remove the wiring conduit both front and back here. As you move back, we also need to get rid of this grab handle inside the rear door. Now there's some plastic covers that we need to remove as well. There's a light switch here with a plastic cover, and there are some ground wires here with a plastic cover. We get both these plastic covers off. We're going to remove the wiring from this switch, and then we're also going to end up removing these ground wires as part of the installation as well. This wiring harness, actually we're going to remove its retaining clips here, and we need to shift the whole wiring harness up and out of the way a bit, and then we'll reconnect down there. So before we get to the rear driver's side wiring chase, we're going to readdress this wiring that comes down here. We unhooked the ground cables down here from this factory harness, and we unhooked some clips and stuff in this area. But what we need is slack for the wiring harness up in that top corner up there. And so I kind of trace the wiring back down through this D-pillar here. It comes up through here, and there were two more clips that I needed to undo. And that's this one back in here. There's a little plastic punch clip. So I pulled that out. And then I believe this must be for factory rear AC. If the van ends up getting spec'd with that, this is the wiring harness to connect to that. So I unhooked these, and what that's allowing me to do is run the wiring harness up and give me some slack at the top corner. A couple things, you guys may find a little bit different wiring and different connection points in this area, so you might need to kind of reach up in there, fish around, feel the wiring, see if you can trace it back and feel some of these clips punched into the wall. Definitely wear gloves. There's tons of little screw heads and sharp edges and things like that. You can slice your hands up really, really easily, so I can't recommend gloves enough for this particular project. We also needed to get a little bit more slack out of this harness. The taillight wiring kind of comes through this inlet here, and we realized we needed to get more slack out of that. So I reached up in there, pulled the taillight wiring through a little bit more. It gave us the slack that we needed, but this rubber boot that seals off that hole kind of came with the wiring. So there's a little bit of electrical tape here, just a little bit. We undid that, and that allows us to slide the boot back down up the wiring so we can put it back into place and seal up that hole. All right, so we got our slack up through the harness here, through the D-pillar, and right now I'm just getting this harness out of the way, just to kind of make way for the wire chase piece that's going to go up in this corner. So I just set a little zip tie up around here. Get this out of the way. Moving across the top here, we're going to get rid of these cargo lights as well. We're also going to remove this grab handle on the passenger side inside the rear door. This plastic cover. We're going to remove this plastic cover but leave those wires attached. And then moving up just inside the slider door, we're going to remove that plastic cover as well. We're also going to remove this grab handle on the passenger side inside the rear door, this plastic cover, and this plastic cover. So moving up from the back, we're also going to remove this plastic cover here, and we're going to get rid of the factory slider door cover as well. So one remnant of when we were tearing the van down to get ready for the install that we left was the little rubber grommets that route the wiring for those two cabin lights. So we're going to get that out because we're actually using these holes right here that the rubber grommets go into with our install tool for the speed strut. So I'm going to get those out right now.